What's up YouTube? Welcome back to Tay TV. I'm back. I took a 3-day break, but I'm back, and today I will be reacting to Boruto versus Code versus Kawaki and Sada versus Ten Tails. Now, as you guys know, the new Boruto chapter recently came out, and this chapter, it's fire. And what I noticed, that Boruto is a different character, and Boruto 2 Blue Vortex is going to be a good show, but I'm hoping that they make some major improvements when the anime comes back, because if they improve the anime just like the manga, it's going to be dope. But let's get into this video. Let me know what you guys think about this chapter.
Climax in the finale for the story on Zion Zoluofu. Join over 80 million people who have downloaded the game in less than 3 months. Explore different worlds across the levels are continuing to bust open. Kawaki has new powers on top of a fully mature dojutsu, and Boruto is now in a triple threat matchup. Boruto versus Kawaki.
So Boruto has to fight Kawaki, and Boruto has to fight Code and Code Army. I thought Code Army was going to be gone, but I was wrong. Sada is going to help Boruto. So the next chapter is going to get interesting. And I also noticed that we didn't see Sasuke in this chapter. So when Sasuke makes an appearance, it's going to be interesting. That's when I can't wait to see like Boruto use a sword, because that's going to be epic, and his new power. So
Kawaki versus Code. Things are really getting out of hand with the Boruto time skip, but in a really good way. While I am reviewing this chapter early, you guys make sure to read it over on the official Viz Media website or the Manga Plus app to show support to the series. So with my initial thoughts out of the way, let's go ahead and back things up and let's get into the recap portion of the review before we unpack everything in full. So the chapter opens up with the full color spread of Sada in her new time skip design, and she's pissed off as she's standing before the Hokage office doors, and when she goes,
and she's telling Shikamaru that like Boruto is not the enemy, it's Kawaki.
Side of them, she absolutely lets Shikamaru have it, and we learn that she's trying to convince Shikamaru that he's wrong about Boruto. Shikamaru isn't just acting as Hokage right now; he's wearing the cloak, and Konohama's serving as his advisor, and he's even called Shikamaru Lord 8. And he tells Sada that Sasuke and Boruto, they're the ones who crossed the line. They killed the Hokage. They tried to kill the son of the Hokage, and therefore they need to be punished with no exceptions. Sada tries to reason with Shikamaru, but Konohamaru tells her they have too much proof, mainly Ada's Senrigan confirming the truth, and Ada tries to turn it around by saying, given the circumstances, why wouldn't Boruto have run away? Because there's an execution order and nobody would listen to him. Shikamaru says his orders are final, and he orders her to return to her mission, which leads to Sada being told by Shikamaru that if she continues down this path, she will never be Hokage, and at that point, Sada stops throwing punches, and she says that her father is a traitor like Boruto, and her Uchiha crest on her back is shown to Shikamaru, and she says that once upon a time, Sasuke broke numerous laws, but Naruto still let the village bring him back, and that reasons like that are why Sada looked up to Naruto as the 7th Hokage, pretty much telling him that she does not acknowledge Shikamaru as Hokage. We then shift over to Kawaki visiting the unconscious Naruto Hinata in the time-space dimension of the Daiko, where we see his new design.
It was interesting to see like Kawaki watching Naruto and Hinata, right? Naruto and Hinata, they've been unconscious for 3 years, but the good thing is they're still the same age and they're not aging. So
before we shift over to Sada and Sumire speaking about the effects of omnipotence, which leads us learning about more of what happened following the events of Boruto chapter 80. Sada tells us that at the start everyone was questioning if Kawaki was really born in the village. Why was he a cyborg like the other Car-Inners? We just see what Sasuke told us was going to be the case in chapter 80. Sasuke, upon learning the truth, had to actively actively fight to suppress the Shinjutsu that was telling him to overlook things, and he remarked how scared he was of his own memories, now being unable to actually trust them. Sasuke said as more time passed, things that should bother him didn't bother him, and we see the effect on full display here. People are no longer questioning if Kawaki is Naruto's son, they just accept it. This leads to Sarada and Sumire speaking directly to Ada, and she tells him that this is a power that, while she now knows what it is, she can't control it, and it's only something that happened because Kawaki made a wish, basically a perfect storm. She was desperate to be abused to Kawaki, and Kawaki made the wish to be Naruto's son instead of Boruto, which resulted in everyone's memories of them being inverted. Boruto is now Kawaki, Kawaki is now Boruto. Ada warns them that they put too much focus and fuss on this, that this will lead to people questioning them, and that instead they should focus on overriding a new memory instead of trying to turn things back the way they used to be. But Ada says it comes with danger, and then she begins to start questioning them herself. She explains it doesn't work on Damon because he's her blood relative, which then leads her to wonder why or if they are even immune to the Shinjutsu that Ada has that allows her to charm and control, which leads to Sarada freezing up and Sumire recalling Shikamaru's words to not let on that they were immune because Damon would kill them, and she makes quick work to reassure Ada that they are indeed under her control. Between Ada's slow response and Damon's glare at them, we might end up with Damon attacking these two at some point in the future because Damon is going to be protecting his big sister before anything else. We then shift over to Kawaki and Mitsuki, with Mitsuki telling Kawaki to ease up on his overprotectiveness, and Mitsuki says that they have to be on guard because Boruto can erase his chakra, but Kawaki reveals his powers make that pointless now. He'll know when Boruto gets to the village, specifically saying Boruto won't be able to fool his eyes the way he can fool his sensory team. When Mitsuki talks to killing Boruto, Kawaki doesn't object and tells Mitsuki to stop acting like a stalker and then proceeds to take to the air because they've been alerted that Code's claw marks have been found in the village. While Kawaki is zipping through the air, Mitsuki begins to question if Kawaki is indeed the sunlight that lights up his moon, a clear nod that Mitsuki is noticing the darkness in Kawaki versus the light that Boruto naturally gave off, making Mitsuki one of our candidates to eventually see reason. We then shift over to Himawari training with Team 10, fighting against Chocho, hitting him with enough force to put on the defensive, and we see a really cool sequence where Himawari jumps on top of Chocho's fist. She then jumps into the air and throws the shuriken at Chocho in a panel that looks like it could have been drawn from Dragon Ball's manga, and we see the improved panel and switch over to Chocho expanding in size as the shuriken races towards her, and she blows them away with her increased lung capacity, and then at the same time uses the Akamichi clan's human boulder jutsu to get Himawari to jump into the air, all while setting up a trap with the expansion jutsu to grab Himawari mid-air, easily defeating her like an experienced Street Fighter player does when they're playing someone who's constantly jumping and mashing buttons randomly. Just like that player gets folded up easily, it's the same thing here. However, the fact that Himawari is training and getting praise from Shikadai and Chocho for his skills shows that Naruto's youngest child is well on her way to becoming a splendid shinobi herself, and when she's asked why she wants to become a strong shinobi, she says that she wants to help Boruto, and she knows that she'll be scolded by the village board. However, she doesn't say this because she's immune to the Shinjutsu. She is affected by it. She just has her father's big heart. Just as Naruto forgave Obito, you know, the guy who killed Naruto's parents, Himawari forgives Boruto for the same thing, and we clearly see that she has been affected because her memory shows that Boruto saved her and Naruto, a reference to the Delta fight when Kawaki saved her and Naruto. And she says that someone like that couldn't have killed her father, and she goes a step further and says she can feel it that her father's alive somewhere, which is a side note on top of the fact that while she's saying this, not only does she have the sunflower shirt, but she also has a collar on her neck with the sunflower design, which again, the sunflower is a nod to Himawari's name on being sunflower, and the fact that in Naruto chapter 700, she was shown putting sunflowers on Neji's grave. I'm voting for Himawari for the best design in time skip Boruto right now. We then shift over to Kawaki awakening his dojutsu to shrink the claw marks, and we see Kawaki's dojutsus fully manifested into the 8 spokes of the Dharma wheel, which means that he should have all of Ishiki's powers at his disposal, including what I strongly believe are more powers, which I covered in another video. Ishiki's 8 potential dojutsu abilities will shock you. However, as Kawaki watches the scene, Kawaki grabs onto one of the Chunin by the neck and reveals that there's a claw mark on him, and immediately shrinks it and gets in contact with Shikamaru, telling him the urgency of the situation, which interestingly enough, Shikamaru is referred to by Kawaki as thick
so
as
fire,
sand.
man. Y'all gotta read
Cut
it.
the cable with Fios Home Internet and cut your internet bill to just $25 a month.
I finally cut the cable, switched to Fios Home Internet.
Showing a huge amount of comfort and respect, which is huge considering where these two were in part 1, where Shikamaru told Naruto to lock up Kawaki, and before the Shinjutsu happened, Shikamaru was leading execution squad to kill Kawaki. Him referring to Shikamaru as San is huge, given that that word means honorable mister. Kawaki redemption arc coming soon? Maybe, just something to keep your eyes on. It's then that we see the claw grinds pop up out of one of the citizens and begin going on the rampage. The sensory unit begins to immediately relay the information. Innocent people in Shinobi are getting attacked by the claw grinds. It's then that everyone realizes there are multiple claw grinds in the village. Konohamaru and Shikamaru realize that he's taking a page out of Pain's book, using numbers to cause a distraction. Shikamaru's looking out the window, giving orders to evacuate the villagers, while simultaneously getting all capable Shinobi onto the battlefield, showing that quick thinking, or at the very least, Shikamaru has actually planned for what to do in the event of an invasion. It's then that Kawaki shows up in one shots one of the claw grinds by transforming his arm into ninja tech, and he starts telling civilians to listen to the shinobi and leave the area. However, not to be outdone, Sarda comes in with a dynamic dropkick of her own into one of the claw grinds that is invisible pain from the attack, and Sarda one-shots that 10-tailed soldier with that single kick, showing us just how strong she's gotten. It's even more impressive when you realize that as the 10-tailed soldiers began to start popping up in her area, she never once
and I wasn't expecting
like
Code's army to attack the village, but this is going to be interesting, like to start the Boruto time skip like this.
And she felt that her base was enough to handle the fight, and that she didn't need the Sharingan Eye of Insight in order to handle this threat, which means somewhere the Boruto Kages are in the mud because Sarda's leveled up past them. However, before Sarda can begin fighting, Code pops up out of one of the claw grinds and demands to know where Boruto is. Sarda reveals to us that it's been 3 years since Boruto left, and Code reveals to us as an audience that he's been hunting down Boruto for 2 years, which, Jesus, one of my Patreon fan theories was absolutely right when my patron said that Code was going to be hunting down Boruto throughout the time skip, and based on the scar that Code has over his eye, either Boruto or Sasuke took his eye at some point. Code tells us that he's planning to make Sarda scream loud enough for Boruto to hear it, which is going to be really interesting because this is a classic example of Masashi Kishimoto's deranged kanji. Just on the multiple translations we have here, this is a clear sign of it. There's a sexual undertone here. One translation says crying a good voice so it can reach Boruto. Luana's translation on Twitter says scream well so he can listen properly, he being Boruto, which even she says when she translated that this was disgusting. Safe to say this media is going to clean this up. This is right up there with Kawaki having the nightmare about Jigen beating him up and Amato asking, did you have a dream of Jigen beating you? But the lettering that was used has a double meaning for masturbation, so it can be translated as, did you dream of Jigen beating you off again? One of these days, I'm going to drop that video where I talk about numerous instances in Naruto where stuff like this is done, because this is classic Masashi Kishimoto humor. But getting back to the chapter itself, Boruto steps in and literally steps on Code's face and has his sword ready to draw. Code went from getting his back stepped on by Damon in their fight to now getting Boruto stepping on his face. Boruto tells Code, with words like that, no wonder girls are disgusted by you, obviously a reference to Ada and Sarda. Code tries to attack Boruto, who easily dodges the attack, and as he does so, Kawaki and the sensory team are alerted, and Shikamaru gives the order to deal with Code first and then worry about Boruto. Meanwhile, Boruto is standing in front of Sarda with his sword drawn, ready for battle, with Code and the 10-tailed soldiers, and we see that Kawaki has appeared and is ready to engage with Boruto in battle as well. So now that the recap is over, let's further unpack the chapter. The biggest thing here is the pacing of this chapter was just right. It opens up with conflict between Sarda and Shikamaru, and you can tell that Sarda's words about Naruto saving Sasuke struck a nerve because Shikamaru knows all too well what it took to save Sasuke, but this is where things will be interesting to watch. Shikamaru learned failure when the Sasuke retrieval team was almost killed, and after Asuma died, he got a lot darker. He started smoking like crazy in the manga, and when Sasuke joined the Akatsuki Sasuke, the dude was like, wait a second, he just joined Akatsuki, we gotta smoke him on sight. In his mind, Sasuke's once again at center stage, helping the killer of Shikamaru's close friend Naruto escape. But just like back then, where Naruto stood up for Sasuke both times when the kill order was given, Shikamaru once again has someone who aspires to be the Hokage standing up to him, telling him to listen to him. Will Shikamaru see reason here, or will he repeat the cycle? That's gonna be the question. The other thing we have to discuss is Boruto has had it rough during the time skip. Code spent the last 2 years hunting him down, which means he only really had 1 year of solid training on Sasuke, and he has likely been battling Code and running and hiding whenever his chakra got to the point where Momoshiki might take over, since that is still a problem. However, at some point, he's managed to level up past Code, which is huge. This means that Boruto right now is not only stronger than Jigen, who bodied Naruto and Sasuke in Boruto episode 204. This by default also makes him stronger than that same 6-pass Naruto and Rinnegan Sasuke who fought and lost to Jigen. But it means if he's starting out the time skip this crap, he's gonna surpass Ishiki Otsutsuki, and he's gonna surpass Baryon Naruto if he hasn't already. Somewhere Boruto haters are mad at the prospect Boruto could punch Madara and his head would explode, but for the sake of power progression, this works. It's the cliche shonen power creep. That's why someone like Piccolo and Dragon Ball powered up to a Super Saiyan level of power in only 3 years of training with Goku. Boruto fighting a Jigen plus level threat constantly for 2 years is more training than Sasuke could ever give to him. It's evolution. The next thing is Damon clearly has his eyes on Sarada and Sumire. They've got to be really careful because Shikamaru's plan for Boruto and Kawaki to handle Damon while they handle Ada, but Kawaki...
How's the scented angel stuff coming?
Angel, we've got it. The smelling room is at the scent inside the tube.
sure as hell wasn't jumping in, and Boruto is going to be preoccupied with Kawaki at some point. While Ada herself admitted she isn't much of a fighter, Damon is a fighter. Damon wants all the smoke with anybody, and they got to be careful not to expose themselves. But given Ada's slow reaction, I think they might have overplayed their hands by pushing for answers from Boruto, because they showed more love for Boruto than they did being in her presence, which is huge. Ada is like that hot girl that everyone simps over. She's so used to being hit on and getting whatever she wants that she notices the guy who isn't showing her any interest, and it grabs her attention. But in this case, attention's not what Sarada and Sumire want. I think the other thing of note here is the seeds are being planted for Boruto to not be alone in the future. There's way too much foreshadowing here. Ada tells them it's easier to basically make new memories instead of changing the past. Himawari wants to help Boruto because she has her daddy's big heart. Sarada and Sumire are in his corner, and Mitsuki is now beginning to question his relationship with Kawaki, which I love. In Boruto Part 1 was the story of the boy who had everything and slowly lost it all. Boruto 2 Blue Vortex is the story of the boy who just lost everything, slowly regaining it all. Ironically for Kawaki, he's starting off the story with a ton of wealth. He's got a village that loves him, he's got allies who see him as a close comrade, but through his own actions, he's going to lose them all Boruto. Just like how lottery ticket winners with bad money habits eventually go broke. The only question is, has the clear signs that he's made progress as a human being be enough to have people give him a second chance in the end when the truth comes out? Or will he descend into darkness further as Boruto begins to take back what is rightfully his? While the back end of this chapter was action heavy and has us wanting more, the front part was loaded with so much character growth and awesome designs for the most part, but the setup we got in this chapter made it an absolute banger. The only thing better than this chapter is the video you see on the screen now.
This is it for this video. Stay tuned for my next video. Thank you.